On April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power station at the border of the Soviet Republic of Belarusia exploded. For 10 dreadful days, it spewed out radioactive particles 90 times more catastrophic than the Hiroshima bomb. As winds carried the cloud north, it rained down 70% of its radioactive nuclides on an unsuspecting 10 million people in this single republic. Today, prime agricultural land is poisoned. 1/5 of the population is being monitored for radiation illness. A nightmarish nuclear winter exists with contaminated land, food, and scores of suffering, dying children.
Today we visited the most contaminated zone of Byelorussia. It occupies 51% of the whole territory of Gorny region. The level of the radiation is very high. Nobody lives there, and perhaps no one of those who earlier lived in this territory may come back to it. In this village lived hard-working and peaceful people. This village was famous for growing vegetables and fruit. Now nobody lives here.
Villages around Chernobyl were evacuated and left desolate or buried underground to contain the radiation. The rich farmland will lay fallow for the next 300 years. But the greatest tragedy is the radiation effects on the children.
The children of Gomel, Mogilov, part of Brest and part of Minsk regions had been affected by the radiation. It's difficult to say exactly the number of children who are ill, but the whole children population of these regions are ill.
You know that there are 800,000 children living in the Chernobyl area, and every third has a mutation in the function of the immune system and in their blood.
Radiation exposure produces a nuclear AIDS of sorts. It attacks the body's immune system and weakens its ability to fight off infection and disease. Genes are altered, leading to the development of different types of leukemias, cancers, and mutations.
The child which have leukemia, they're very sick. They have fever, they don't want to eat anymore, they have increasing of liver and spleen, they have increasing of lymphatic nodules, and they're very sick.
There is a rumor among the people that in time, Byelorussia may be absolutely dead.
They are children without future. There is a saying that usually people die at the latest fall and earliest spring, and especially in this October we had a week, and each day we witnessed a dead child.
When they are dying, it is terrible for doctors. Especially when you know that you cannot help. You can, but you cannot without some medicines.
I think that only through the 15, maybe 20 years, we have such equipment, which very necessary for us. But in just time right now, we don't have any.
It's truth that there are too many children who are ill, like my daughter. Of course, they need much more medication, equipment. They need it immensely.
in West countries, 85% can be cured, can be healthy, and in our country only 15%. And I want for my children also to be cured 80% and maybe more, I don't know.
Not only is life-saving medicine and oncological medical equipment desperately needed, but healthy, uncontaminated food as well.
It's impossible to eat fish, berries, mushrooms, because they're severely contaminated.
There are black apples on trees. What does that mean?
It means that nobody has gathered this apple because it means that you should eat poison. These apples are extremely contaminated. We have shortages of non-contaminated food, of medicine, medication, because those people who have been taken ill, they suffer immensely. And even those who are considered to be healthy now, they go on eating contaminated food.
A CitiHope fact-finding team visited Byelorussia and returned to share the desperate conditions they observed. The result was such an outpouring of love and support that a second team returned within 6 weeks with life-saving medicine, vitamins, and uncontaminated food. At the Minsk boarding school and orphanage, a first-time ever Thanksgiving Day dinner was prepared for 175 children. 100% radiation-free food that would be stretched to last several days.
But I think that it is not only medicine, because children cannot understand that that I understand and mothers understand that the most important things for these children are medicines. But for children, it is also necessary to get something, some toys or some chocolate, some sweets.
Medicine, equipment, uncontaminated food, and toys are extremely important, but so are kept promises.
Many people have promised us many things, medication, medicines, modern equipment, but they don't keep their word. That's why I'd like to ask for help. Please don't forget us. Remember that we want to live.
You said, if I remember on the tape, I remember hearing Paul ask you, what would be a miracle? 100 vials? And you said 1,000 vials.
Yes.
Yes?
Sure.
What would you say if I told you I had in the van right now 1,800 vials of methotrexate?
1,800 vials?
Yes,
Oh.
of methotrexate. Is that beautiful? Is that a miracle?
Yes, sure. I'm so happy. Sure, 1,800.
1,800.
That's beautiful.
We can all be a part of the miracle of recovery. The Belarusian children need our help. Without it, they have little hope. 85% will die a horrible death.
Suffering hearts bear all of the pain, while the world is watching. The innocent die and nothing is changed. It's always the same.
Can you ask Sergei what his wish for himself is?
Сережа, что бы ты пожелал сам себе?
Здоровья.
Health. Health.
When she sees me, she crying. When she speaks with me, she becomes crying. And so I must become very strong to speak with her and to give her hope that everything will be okay, Olga. Her name is also Olga. Yes.
чувствовала, что... I didn't expect it to be so grave. I thought that I can be cured, but step by step I have realized that my case, my disease is very complicated. It is very difficult to be cured, and recently I've started to lose my hope to survive. I don't know what can help me. It seems to me that I may die soon. On the very first months of her being ill, we came to the doctors, and they said that it was near to cancer. It was very close to it, but we have not expected it to last for such a long period of time. And I don't know what is waiting for us.
Kyrie eleison. Christe eleison. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy.
Я хотела бы им сказать, чтобы они... I'd like to tell them to help not only me, because I'm not alone. There are many children who are also ill like me. And if there are such clever people, and if there are so many, I'm sure they should help such children like me. I'm not alone.
There are times in our lives that words lose any effectiveness. Words could not change Natasha's situation that day, but actions could. Loving gestures, eyes that partake in grief and bring hope. Each time I open myself up to another pair of longing eyes, the eyes of doctors, of mothers, of children that understood the severity of their illnesses, it was as if they were extracting hope from way down deep inside me and clinging to it. Their hope is that I won't forget them, that I'll be back with a miracle of medicine. Without it, as Natasha said, soon they will die.
You can participate in literally saving the life of a child. As the power of that fact has gripped me, I've been led to take compassionate action as never before in my life. And I'm asking you to join Sharon and me in giving at least $50. Your $50 gift will provide 1 year's supply of life-saving medicine for a Belarusian child. We'll send along vitamins, uncontaminated food, toys, and scriptures as well. Noble, gifted physicians stand by, ready to minister healing and health to your child. 37,000 children are critically ill and waiting just through the open door. Perhaps one is waiting for you.